The 2023 F1 season is finally upon us, and boy are we excited. Going into the season, we've got the 4 hottest stories here for you, so don't go anywhere. Coming right up, we have why Andretti's F1 bid has just taken a major financial hit, as huge payout required. Schumacher reveals why Lewis is not signing a new contract. Perez reopens Verstappen Red Bull rift just before Bahrain. All this to come, but first, Fernando Alonso is feeling hurt. After an impressive display in testing, there's a lot of buzz surrounding Fernando Alonso's debut for Aston Martin. But something's not quite right for the Spaniard, who's entering the 21st season on the grid, and admitted that he's hurt ahead of the race. Let's talk about why. During pre-season testing, Alonso impressed everyone with his skill on the track. But there's one thing missing that's left him feeling uneasy: his teammate Lance Stroll. The Canadian is out with an injury, and Alonso is feeling the absence. The two drivers have been working closely to get the new car ready for the race, and without Stroll, Alonso feels like they're missing a vital piece of the puzzle. Alonso has been testing the new car without Stroll, and he's noticed some differences that he can't quite explain. He says that he's learning a lot about the car, which is very different from last year's model. They've made a lot of changes, and some of these things have left Alonso feeling unsure about the car's performance. There are some things that he's noticed that he thinks Stroll would be able to spot. Maybe it's just an Aston Martin thing that Lance would spot. So brake pedal feeling, power steering, all these things. I don't know if this is a legacy from the team or is just new on this car. So yeah, we cannot do it without him, so I hope he can come back soon. Alonso's debut for Aston Martin is highly anticipated, and fans are excited to see how the veteran driver will perform. But without Stroll, Alonso is feeling uncertain about the car's performance. He's hoping that his teammate can return soon to help them make the necessary adjustments. Until then, Alonso will have to rely on his own skills and experience to navigate the Bahrain Grand Prix. There's a worm in there: why Lewis is not signing a new contract. Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time world champion, is yet to sign a contract extension with Mercedes for 2024 and beyond, despite the 2023 season starting this weekend. What's going on? Well, ex-Formula 1 drivers Jenson Button and Ralf Schumacher have both shared their views on why Hamilton is yet to sign a new deal. With a new contract not yet signed, Hamilton has officially entered the final year of his contract with Mercedes, perhaps putting some drivers on alert that a seat could become available at the Silver Arrows next season. Button believes it has to be due to the performance of Mercedes' new car, with a former teammate of Hamilton's predicting that the 38-year-old is waiting to see how competitive the team are first, before agreeing to another multi-year deal. Pre-season testing likely won't have filled Hamilton with confidence, as Mercedes once again look to be comfortably behind Red Bull, Ferrari, and potentially even Aston Martin. There is a real chance that the Germans could slip to 4th until they address their balance and rear grip issues, which were both spoken about during the 3 days of testing in Bahrain. Hamilton will want to see an improvement from Mercedes, presumably before signing a new deal, with a 103-time race winner still having the target of claiming an unprecedented 8th title. But as Schumacher points out, if the car is not able to challenge at the front, what motivation is left for Hamilton? There's a worm in there, Schumacher told Sky Deutschland. They're not hitting their goals, or they've set the wrong ones. The car is still difficult to drive, Schumacher said after Bahrain testing. Andretti F1 bid takes major financial hit as huge payout required. Andretti Cadillac has officially begun the process of joining the F1 grid with the FIA, but not everyone is on board with this idea. The Andretti Cadillac project continues to divide opinion in Formula 1, with the FIA continuing to disagree with Formula 1 and many of the existing teams. FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem argues that companies as large as General Motors and Andretti joining F1 can only be a good thing for the sport, making expanding the grid a no-brainer. On the other hand, F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali is against the expansion of the F1 grid, telling Andretti Cadillac numerous times that it would be unwise to destabilize the current grid by expanding it, no matter how appealing the project is. And it's not just the CEOs that are concerned. Multiple team principals in F1 have expressed their concerns about the financial implications of adding an 11th team to the grid. They explain that any income and prize money will be split a further way, decreasing each team's income. This could lead to a decrease in competitiveness for some teams, and could potentially lead to some teams withdrawing from the sport altogether. To counter this issue, any new additions to the F1 grid will be forced to pay an anti-dilution entry fee as part of the current Concord Agreement, a figure which currently stands at $200 million. This means that each of the 10 existing teams will receive $20 million to cover the prize pot, being split a third away and ensuring they do not lose money. But with F1 growing significantly in recent years and the amount of money involved in the sport increasing phenomenally, it is rumoured that the entry fee could be set to triple in the next Concord agreement. This means that Andretti Cadillac will have to fork out an eye-watering $600 million if they wish to join the F1 grid, granting every team $60 million to ease their financial concerns. While this amount of money will certainly please the existing team bosses, who are concerned about the project, it remains to be seen whether Andretti Cadillac would be willing to pay $600 million to fulfill their F1 dream. It is a substantial amount of money, and they could potentially face a lot of financial risk by joining the sport. However, the addition of Andretti Cadillac to the F1 grid would certainly add some excitement to the sport. It would bring in new fans and could potentially lead to a lot of new and exciting rivalries. It's a tough decision to make, but we'll have to wait and see whether Andretti Cadillac is willing to take the risk and join the F1 grid. Perez reopens Verstappen Red Bull rift. During the Sao Paulo Grand Prix last year, Verstappen created a stir by disobeying team orders while he was fighting for 6th place. Red Bull had been focused on securing a 1-2 finish in the end-of-year standings, but Verstappen refused to help his teammate Perez. All this after Perez had sacrificed his position for the good of the team and helped fight off a Lewis Hamilton attack at the end of the 2021 season. And by team, we mean Verstappen, of course. This incident revealed the tension that can arise when individual ambition conflicts with team goals. Speaking to Fox Sports Mexico, Perez reiterated the importance of teamwork, but also made it clear that he expects support from his teammates when he needs it. It's always important to work as a team, and obviously, if I see that I don't receive support when I need it, I won't give it either, said Perez. That's obvious, but I don't expect any of that. I think we're very clear about the important thing. It will be a very intense season, surely with 6 cars fighting for the championship, so it will be very important to work as a team in many races. This statement highlights the delicate balance between individual and team success in motorsports. Mika Häkkinen, a 2-time F1 champion, has branded Sergio Perez as Red Bull's bad boy. Häkkinen's criticism of Perez stems from the latter's tendency to slow down other drivers while serving as Verstappen's rear gunner. However, Perez has made it clear that he's willing to follow team orders if they are reciprocated. This suggests that the conflict between individual ambition and team goals can be resolved through effective communication and coordination. As the new season approaches, Red Bull's success will depend on their ability to work together as a team, especially in races where multiple cars are competing for the championship. Perez's comments and actions underscore the importance of balancing individual ambition with team goals in order to achieve success in motorsports. Let us know your thoughts on these stories below.